Mr. Speaker, for 2 days I've asked the NDP government about the number of children who are in group homes in the care of Child and Family Services who are not attending school. The Premier has applied about programs for those who are ready for university. I'm talking about children who are ages 7 to 18 for whom the education in primary and secondary school is needed first. I receive comments daily from people suggesting it's common for children in group homes in care for whom the government is the guardian to not attend school. I asked the Minister of Child and Family Services how many school-aged children in care were not attending school or only attending part-time last year.
Speaker, we have extended the requirements for children to stay in school till 18 from 16. It hadn't been changed since 1961. We have put additional resources into our schools in terms of coordinators to help people continue to be in school until the age of 18 to get access to a variety of programs, whether it's increased emphasis on apprenticeship, life skills, all those kinds of supports that allow them to do well in school. We've seen alternative programs being developed, such as the Neelan High School in Brandon, right downtown, where young parents have the ability to go there in the daytime, to have access to that school, to have access to teachers and instructors and tutors. We've got a number of high school programs under the Brighter Futures program in Winnipeg, outside of Winnipeg, that allow young people to get help all year round to complete school, to get a full education up to the age of 18, and we will continue to do that. Even though our graduation rate has gone from 73 to 83%, we think there's more progress to be made, and we will continue to make it, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, in spite of the fact that this government has a law that the child up to the age of 18 must attend school, the children for whom this government is the guardian, who are in care in group homes, too many are not attending school. I have had comments. I give you an example. Only one child in the home attended school regularly, and another missed 2 years of school, which just happened to be grades 11 and 12. Another concerned citizen said, and I quote, "I don't really understand why the kids in CFS shelters don't go to school or day programs to enhance their lives." And this was followed by the comment that this appears to be the norm. I asked the Minister of Family Services, or the Premier, when will she or he acknowledge that this is a big problem and provide a plan to make sure all kids in CFS care are going to school this coming year?
We do ensure that young people go to school. That's why they have the social workers working with the agencies. That's why there are people paying attention in the group homes. That's why schools have received additional resources to ensure that people attend school and complete their education and stay in school till 18. We have over 45 community schools in Manitoba, Mr. Speaker, and each of those community schools has money for a coordinator, a community school coordinator that goes out and visits homes to find out whether a child should be in school, and if they're not in school, what is the issues that need to be addressed. And that has shown great success around Manitoba, Mr. Speaker. We have a bill in the legislature right now that it's being held up that would validate community schools and define their role and define their roles more clearly, Mr. Speaker, so that more people will have a chance to have access to community schools, Mr. Speaker. So there are many resources there. There is legislation there. And if the members opposite would support these initiatives, we could do even more. But even the member from River Heights votes against budgets that support young people going.
Order, please. Mr. Speaker, the problem is there's kids for whom this government is the guardian who are not going to school. This government is breaking the law. The fact of the matter is, and I quote, I had a woman tell me her kids have 6 friends in care who should have graduated, but sadly none have. I also learned of a child with Asperger's syndrome who's only rarely going to school because he's considered difficult in a group home. It's clearly the responsibility of this government to ensure children in CFS care attend regular school full-time or are provided an alternative learning pathway. Mr. Speaker, the new school year is less than 2 months away. When is the minister going to tell us her plans to make sure every child in care who can has a chance to learn?
I do, again, appreciate the comments. agencies like the McDonald Youth Services have very specific programs to help children in their care go to school. We've funded those programs for years. Marymount also has programs to help children stay in school, and they've had those programs for many years. They have people that work in Marymount in alternative classrooms with teachers. They provide support on the social and community side to go along with the teachers. There are special teacher aides trained to work to ensure children have every opportunity to succeed in school. We will continue to find every means possible to ensure young people have a chance to complete their high school and to go on to higher learning opportunities or training opportunities in the labor market. And I only have to say to the member opposite, he was a member of a government that cut the programs that supported people that are living on social assistance, supported people living in group homes, supported people that needed daycare. All of that 50-50 funding was wiped out when he was in the federal government. And all
Order, please. Order, please.